Plants are typically associated with fertile soil, ample sunlight, and regular water. However, there are many plant species that thrive in environments that would seem inhospitable to most life forms. From the freezing cold of the Arctic tundra to the scorching heat of the desert, plants have evolved incredible strategies to survive and even flourish in extreme environments. In this video, we explore how plants have adapted to survive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. The first extreme environment we'll look at is the desert. Deserts are known for their extreme temperatures, low humidity, and scarce rainfall. Yet, despite these challenges, a wide variety of plant species manage to survive. One of the most famous desert plants is the cactus. Cacti have evolved a number of unique adaptations to help them conserve water. Their thick, fleshy stems store water for long periods of time, allowing them to survive during droughts. The spines that cover their surface help reduce water loss by limiting airflow around the plant, and their waxy coating helps seal in moisture. In addition, cacti have deep root systems that allow them to tap into underground water sources. Another fascinating adaptation of desert plants is the ability to photosynthesize at night instead of during the day. This process is known as CAM, crassylation acid metabolism, photosynthesis. During the night, when temperatures are cooler and humidity is higher, plants like cacti open their stomata to absorb carbon dioxide. During the day, the stomata remain closed to prevent water loss. This method of photosynthesis helps these plants conserve water while still producing the energy they need to grow. Desert plants have also evolved a variety of ways to deal with the extreme heat. Many desert species, like the agave plant, have specialized leaves that are thick, fleshy, and contain large amounts of water. Some plants even have a thick, waxy coating that prevents the loss of moisture, allowing them to stay hydrated even in extreme heat. Additionally, desert plants often have deep root systems, enabling them to reach underground water sources that others cannot access. These deep roots are vital for survival, especially during long periods without rainfall. Next, we turn our attention to the Arctic tundra, one of the coldest and most inhospitable environments on Earth. Despite the freezing temperatures and long, dark winters, plants such as mosses, lichens, and certain types of grasses are able to survive. These plants have developed unique strategies to cope with the extreme cold. Many tundra plants are low-growing and cushion-like, which helps them retain heat and protect themselves from the cold winds. Their short stature also helps them stay below the freezing temperatures of the air while still absorbing heat from the ground. Tundra plants also exhibit adaptations to help them survive in conditions of low light. Since the sun shines for only a short period during the year, many tundra plants take advantage of this limited sunlight by having dark-colored leaves or stems. This enables them to absorb more heat from the sun and minimize the risk of frost damage. Additionally, many of these plants have evolved antifreeze proteins that prevent their cells from freezing during the long, cold winters. Furthermore, some tundra plants, such as Arctic willows, are able to grow rapidly during the brief summer months. These plants have adapted to the short growing season by being able to complete their reproductive cycles quickly, ensuring the survival of their species despite the harsh environment. They also rely on their ability to store energy during the growing season, allowing them to endure the winter months with minimal sunlight and resources. Moving on to high-altitude environments, we find another group of plants that have learned to thrive in conditions that are both cold and oxygen-poor. These environments are often characterized by intense sunlight, high winds, and a lack of water. Plants that grow at high altitudes, such as alpine flowers and mountain grasses, have a number of special adaptations to deal with these extreme conditions. One such adaptation is the ability to grow close to the ground, where the temperature is slightly warmer and the winds are less intense. Many high-altitude plants also have thick, waxy coatings on their leaves to protect them from desiccation caused by the dry, windy conditions. Additionally, these plants often have deep root systems that allow them to access water from below the surface, and some species even use specialized enzymes to help them cope with the low oxygen levels at higher elevations. Their ability to photosynthesize effectively despite the harsh conditions helps them thrive where other plants struggle to survive. Another interesting feature of high-altitude plants is their ability to endure low levels of atmospheric pressure. At high elevations, the air contains less oxygen, and the thinner atmosphere leads to harsher environmental conditions. These plants have adapted to use less oxygen while still efficiently producing the energy needed for growth. Additionally, many of these plants exhibit a slower growth rate, conserving energy to survive in such a challenging environment. Some of the most extreme environments for plants are volcanic regions, where plants must contend with frequent eruptions, acidic soils, and unstable landscapes. Despite these challenges, a number of hardy plant species have been able to establish themselves in volcanic regions. These plants are often pioneers that are the first to colonize freshly erupted lava fields. To survive, these plants have developed a tolerance to high levels of heat and acidity, and many of them have deep, resilient root systems that allow them to access the nutrient-rich soil beneath the volcanic rocks. In some cases, these plants form symbiotic relationships with fungi, known as mycorrhizal associations, which help them obtain nutrients from the poor soil. Over time, as the volcanic soils become enriched with minerals, more plant species are able to take root, creating a diverse and thriving ecosystem in what was once a barren landscape. The ability of plants to establish themselves in such harsh conditions is a testament to the resilience of life and the potential for growth even in the most unforgiving environments. Lastly, we examine the role of plant genetics in enabling survival in extreme environments. Many plants that thrive in harsh conditions have developed unique genetic adaptations that allow them to survive and reproduce under challenging circumstances. These genetic traits can be passed down through generations, ensuring the plant's continued success in its environment. Researchers are studying these adaptations to understand how plants respond to extreme conditions, and how these insights can be used to improve agricultural practices and help plants thrive in a changing climate. In conclusion, plants are incredibly resilient organisms that have evolved a remarkable array of strategies to survive in extreme environments. Whether it's the desert, the tundra, high mountains, or volcanic regions, plants have found ways to adapt to their surroundings, ensuring their survival despite the odds. These adaptations not only showcase the incredible ingenuity of nature but also highlight the importance of biodiversity in maintaining healthy ecosystems around the world. By studying how plants survive in extreme environments, scientists can gain valuable insights into how they might be able to help plants adapt to climate change and other environmental challenges. The future of plant survival is uncertain, but one thing is clear: plants are remarkably adaptable, and their ability to thrive in even the harshest environments is a testament to the power of evolution. These insights also help us understand how we can better protect plants and the ecosystems they support, ensuring a sustainable future for all life on Earth.